Morning, boys.
Morning.
Are you excited for this?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
That's a nice Impala.
You want to explain to them how we've neglected our Mn site our whole farming career?
Not I just showed up and seen all this neglection.
Neglection?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've never really done much service to the bends, such as gearboxes. What have you been finding? Yesterday we were down here, I was greasing stuff up there and all around.
Did you see the carnage from the squirrel?
No.
Okay, never mind. Well, we went through 3 bins, and some are gearboxes are 2 years old, 3 years old, some are 1 year old, and the other one's what? 10 years old, 15?
Years old.
And the oil levels varied in all of them, so it's a good thing we're checking them. It's the gearbox at the center of the bin is what we're checking.
Yeah, the power sweep gearboxes. There's one under the floor, which is really fun to get at.
Yeah, we got the entire shop out here.
It's taken many trips.
To the vacuum.
Many trips to get the parts that we thought we needed, and then you, this bend's different size socket.
And what
Go
was
get another one.
what was I just told? We actually need to go make another trip now, Brody?
Oh my, this was swept out. That's how much has fallen off the walls. From way up there. Wow. All right, so basically what Brody and Eric have been doing, if you can hear me in the echo, has been greasing, checking oil in this gearbox, and then underneath this floor here, there's a gearbox just like this, so you have to take all this apart to get in there to check it. I hope you can hear me because it's very echoey in here. And then there's generally grease zerks on that, and any other. We've got lots of different brand sweeps around here, and power heads and motors, so you know there's very few that are two of the same. Checking belt tensions, quality of them. And what I'm going to work on, I have to go up another grain bin too, but this motor, if you remember last winter, when it was much more miserable down here due to freezing temperatures, the capacitors blew out of there. That's a good sign that there's issues going on inside the motor. Plus this one gets really hot. We're going to replace that today. Jeez, Brody, speeding. Do you remember the fun that we had down here with electricity and not knowing what we were doing last winter?
Well, what I was thinking about was my back.
Yeah, you blew
that thing left the shaft due to this motor. So,
well, you get another chance to redeem yourself on it.
how come you threw a bunch of junk down on this motor and then decided to work on it?
Well, see,
It smells.
it really does stink, but there's a double run pump up there that has never been cleaned out, believe it or not. And it's been up there
That's where this.
since 18, and I've never cleaned it out. And that is where that yucky, stinky, rotten mush came from.
Just speaking to our lack of maintenance down here, it does smell like you're raising hogs up there on the roof. And I can barely smell.
Now looking at it, these belts have seen much better days, so those are going to need to probably be replaced. We normally don't replace these belts because these get burnt off a lot due to those dump into a pit that is not monitored as far as it can fill up and then burn all the belts off, which happens quite often actually. Hello?
Question.
What?
You grease in there?
No. I greased the motor head.
You need to grease inside then.
Okay. I think the 100,000 needs it too. Got the professional wiring guy here because I don't trust myself.
Should I put that on Snapchat so everybody can see it?
You want to replace these belts? Do you feel that these are to the point of death?
Well, I see rags hanging off of them. Why is that? What has happened?
We
there?
may actually have wore out a set here before burning them off.
Impressive. I'm impressed with that. Better put them on new. They're wrecked. They're done.
I think you got the life out of these.
Excellent. Finally, something that we wore out. Yeah, they are toast.
How many belts do you think you've burnt off of these motors?
Oh, 2 sets a year, easy. Oh yeah, memories again.
Are you kidding me? I was coming next time.
I don't know why there's spacers under there.
Well, now we get to wrestle, or you get to wrestle that one out of the grain shack.
That's got the wrong pulley on it.
I know, that's why I took this pulley off. All right, you make time. We got them loaded up with motors. The motor we are gonna replace on here is used, not rebuilt, so we figured, why not go to 3-phase? The old Dodge doesn't quite start the best.
No.
So we're gonna put a 3-phase in there. The electrician was here to look at it, how it's all wired up, because we have to have another wire pulled for 3-phase, I guess. The wires are smaller, but there's more of them. So we're gonna have them actually pull 3-phase to both spots so that when we're ready, we just swap that other motor when that one blows up in the middle of winter. Oh, the legs are feeling it from yesterday. There goes Duggo. I'm heading up to check tension and probably tighten the grain pump chain. I did the other bends yesterday and I couldn't climb no more, so left it for today project. Whew, gotta take a break. Corn's looking nice for not having any rain for a long time. Oh, it's amazing how out of shape a person is. Okay, yeah, break time. So we are up here. This is what we call double run. So it's got a big conveyor paddle chain here in there. It brings the grain up on the bottom side, I believe. Dumps it obviously into the grain bin. And then it goes back down empty on the top. This is what it looks like in here. Now this, I was told, you're supposed to just barely be able to tilt this back and forth. I don't know. I can't really reach in there any farther. It seems pretty good actually, from what I can tell. And then if you want to tighten it, you just loosen these up, give it a half a turn or so. It actually, for being, I don't know, 60 feet long, don't take much of an adjustment here to tighten that. Just surprising. I love the view from up here. You can see everything. I've decided, since I'm up here and this probably hasn't been tightened in a couple of years, I'm gonna give it a little bit. I'm wishing I would have brought a 3/4 inch wrench, because this is a bit overkill and heavy. So a little different. I'm not sure what brand double run this is. The new ones are Brock's. They're actually easier to adjust than this one. There's none of this here business on the other one. It just sits in a track, so you just adjust those really quick and easy. This kind of a pain wouldn't be if I would have had the right tools, but what are you gonna do? I'm not walking back down. Don't take much. I was surprised. We're just a half a turn on this really does a lot. So this cover used to be nice till that windstorm or tornadoes come through and opened it up and bent it and remodeled it. So now we tape it shut. As you can see, I was up here caulking in the past. which now I had to rip the cock off, but tape should work just fine, right? I made it down, boys.
Massive amounts of not good. It's not good.
Massive amounts of disgusting too.
They maybe don't want to see this.
What do you see?
Bugs.
Get some light in there. Oh my. Lots of rot.
We don't have enough power to. It's all rust. It's all junk.
Everything is junk.
So the how these power sweeps work is there's a gearbox here. There's also one just like it down there. And you gotta take this all apart. Corn looks like leaks in around the input shaft on this one. So then you get corn and rot and yuck, yuck, yuck.
You never know what you're gonna get yourself into when you open the cover.
They found some mice yesterday. Bet that was exciting.
Yeah, very, very, very exciting actually.
Things have really developed into checking the oil because it's led to this due to rust and the plug is ripped out, stripped out. So this is how we're now adding oil. This was really low. This was ready to go out, I think, boys.
We'll put a little extra in there.
I've never seen him take the gearbox apart to add oil.
Let's slap her back together. No gasket needed.
It's actually got an O-ring that looks pretty dried up and junk.
You want me to rub some oil on there and treat it like it's a oil fill? Oh gosh, it's so dirty. Okay.
Surprisingly, for having no oil in it, or next to none,
Yeah, the teeth.
stuff looks good in there.
Say goodbye.
That's the wrong way.
Oh, it ain't. It's perfection.
Well, dinner break has come and gone, and Dad's back with the new 3-phase motor, so we're gonna slap this on. Now there were some spacers under there, I don't know why. Do we want them again? What? You want me to put them in? Where'd they go? All right, we got her on. Now we just got to put the pulley on. We're not going to wire it up because the electrician has to do a bunch of different stuff here. Going 3-phase. Tell them the benefits of 3-phase.
It's not junk. It's heavier duty.
Yeah, the motors can take a lot more power, or they got a lot more power. No capacitors in here.
I think the biggest problem with single phase is when we have the power sweep engaged, it's got to start everything plumb full, and these 3-phase motors have more
Get up and go.
Okay, can I go
Okay.
in the air conditioning now?
Yeah, we took a lunch break and temperatures went up like 10-15 degrees. That's backwards.
You want this on like, yeah?
Otherwise the key, yep. Let's never seize that though.
Yeah.
Who wants to be the Tin Man today?
Oh, the
Brody?
Subin, no. No.
Tin Man?
Well, it's a pretty... Tin Man? What's
You're
a
Tin
Tin
Man.
Man? Oh, good night. It's been gooified.
You Tin Man'd it?
Yeah, it got it because of the flies flying around.
Oh yeah. Okay, belts back on. This is just a bunch of like repetitive work, pretty simple. Brody, are you thirsty?
Very.
There's 2 little screws in the bottom. I took one. Ah, there it is.
There, King Cobra.
This is probably the greatest treat of all here. The dryer. Fun fact, actually, the Ben guys, when they were putting this drag in that goes right behind, from the pits, goes behind the grain shack right here, dumps into this grain leg. This tower was supposed to be 6 inches closer to the dryer. And they made the call to move the tower to the south, which is good because we've got no room here. Then we really would have been up a creek without a paddle. What's that?
That's our corn. Oh, don't touch it. Yeah, you gross.
Get out of God!
Oh!
God, good.
I dropped everything.
Good thing you're not down.
Except my skill level.
Okay, this is very heavy now.
Okay, here, let me get into a position to watch. Not in the poop.
Wow, this is a quad belt driven unit. Shows how often I look at these. I don't even know.
What does that smell like?
How can you smell?
Something's, I can pick up a drift. How's it look?
Well, surprisingly quite well for as many times as we plugged this system. I think we're good, boys. I think we're good. They're even tight. Oh, I'm so glad you took that off and dropped all the hardware for it to check out. Okay, I got it.
You sure?
Yep.
Need my hardware. You gonna throw them both at the same time? Do you see them go right through my hands? That's Uno, also known as one in America. I almost fell. You need down here where the throw it to the glove. Oh, you see that? There's sweat running down my head.
My leg is just quivering right now.
Mine too. I've started it.
It's in?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I feel fairly confident besides the dryers, but normally we hire them to test them and go through them, look them over because there's a lot to them.
That did not look natural, I bet. Woo! Alright.
But we've pretty much gone through all unloads, greased everything, all the drag's been looked over, tightened belts that needed tightening, replaced belts that need replacing, added oil to gearboxes. This is the most thorough I've ever seen this done. Mostly account of we've never really done this before.
Do you remember when, what was that, 2 weeks ago and it was real nice weather? Last week was hot, 2 weeks ago. And I had said we should do anything outside. Any outside work right
And then
now.
we worked in the shop.
And then it's hot now and we come outside to work.
It's pretty nice out though.
Yeah.
So yesterday I tightened these, so these are giant belts in here with cups on, and I tightened them down because they loosen up, and this is the disgustingness that came out of right in there. And we clean this out, you know, try to anytime like in between hauling grain and stuff, 4, 5, 6 times a year. Just don't take long. There's moisture in there. When it does rain, it leaks in here and just nasty. So Brody's bringing little Bob. We're gonna haul this to the field for fertilizer.
Big load.
Big loads. We can never get rid of little Bob because it's the only thing that fits back here. All right, we're finally done with the bend site, and I thought I should remind you guys about these cup holders before fall harvest. Maybe you got an old truck, maybe brand new tractor that you want another cup holder, or maybe even more importantly, a phone holder. So you can have your phone in there safely. There's a notch out in the bottom so you can actually charge your phone through it. Comes with different brackets, all stainless steel. Cobb River Designs are the guys that make this. I really like them, called the Cell Defender. If you guys want to check them out, they're in the link in the description. And I believe there's a discount code there for 10% off. So go check them out. And I gotta find the next project. I was gonna mount this in one, but turns out all the tractors have them. I heard they totaled your Impala, huh?
It's total.
It's done. Never to be seen again.
One more time I'll get to see it.
So
2 more times.
it's leaving in 2 days.
2 days. Thursday, I don't know what time.
Oh, well, I guess a $2,000 Impala, when you break out half the windows, you know.
It was $6,000 to fix it.
$6,000 to fix it up.
Yeah. The car is worth $4,100.
You're gonna make money.
Maybe I shouldn't tell people that. I'm not making money.
Good morning. Update on yard progress. Things are starting to look better instead of worse. So I just thought I'd show you. In fact, Chet told me, you better go and do a little update. So here we go, updating. They have hydroseeded after actually drilling in the grass seed first, then hydroseeding over some of the areas that were more susceptible to erosion and stuff. I'll go and show you the little seeder so that you guys understand what I'm talking about. But we got 6/10 rain last night. Oh man, that was just in time. We did get nipped a little on top end yield, no doubt about that. But I don't know if you can see it. Now it's muddy, so I can't take you out there. But that little guy there, that's what they used to seed it. Here is the prep, the ground prep outfit. Oh, what do they call that thing? I'll think of it. Something rake. Something rake. It's got an H. I'll think of it. So they're gonna maybe come out and finish this. These guys are the guys doing it. So far so good. Everything's been really going good. A lot of guys out here. If I'd have had to do everything they had to do or have done, I'm afraid I'd have never gotten done. Let's just say that. So here we got it. And Amy's up too. We got to go to a farm show today.
Yeah.
So I suppose we better take him up on top of the deck here and check that out on the other side.
Hey, everyone.
I already said morning.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Looks like they've got some straw and blankets put down. It was kind of late last night when I got home, but I didn't really check it out too much. Nikki's garden. That's doing good, even though it's lack of rain. I'm sure you've been watering it though.
Definitely been
bit.
watering it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was very dry. Yep.
Well,
for a rain.
Yay for a rain,
Wow.
no doubt. That was what, 3 weeks since the last rain?
And this looks very, very exciting to me.
There is hope. There's hope. Get you guys out of the sun this morning. Well, I don't know.
Did you tell them about the well thing?
The well? Okay, yeah, they were out. They did yank the pump and everything out of there and shortened it up a little bit so we don't have to look at a big white stick anymore. And I don't know. That's the updated how is the yard going. The rest of it, when the ground conditions, Chet always tells me, stop talking behind your back. When ground conditions improve as far as moisture now, they will just be seeding that out there and then putting straw. And I think they take some machine and poke straw in the ground. So that is not going to get hydroseeded out there. Okay, we better get to that show.
We gotta go.
Or we're going to be late.
We gotta go.
And that ain't going to be good. So see you later. Hey, Amy. That rake back there, what's that rake called?
It's a Harley rake.
Harley rake. How could I not? Why would they call it a Harley rake?
That's
There's no
how I
motors.
remember it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because it's like, well, Harleys are kind of cool, and so
Yeah.
I don't know why they would name.
I don't know.
But it's kind of
Bet
cool.
the
It's a
guy's
Harley
name
rake.
was Harlan.
That
Now
could
they
be.
called it a Harley rake.
Could be.
I'm sure not.
We could
Who knows?
research it.
Yeah.
We could.
Okay, now you know. Now you know.